every 4 years with the Olympics. Municipalities compete to host the Winter and Summer Games and virtually always plunge their cities, and sometimes even their home countries, into massive debt and insolvency. Why? Because host cities inevitably spend double or more over initial estimates, fewer people show up than expected, and the International Olympic Committee, or IOC, takes bigger and bigger cuts of TV and other revenue streams. Sports economist Andrew Zimbalist says that a typical Summer Olympics generates up to $6 billion in revenue, at least half of which goes to the IOC. Winter Games generate even less money despite often being more expensive to host than Summer Games. Cities routinely claim that whatever money they spend on new facilities will stimulate the local economy for decades to come. With the recent announcement that Paris will host the 2024 Summer Games and Los Angeles will host the 2028 Summer Games, here are 5 cities that got f***ed by hosting the Olympics. Athens is the birthplace of the ancient games that inspired today's modern municipal money pits. Its 2004 games cost $16 billion, or 10 times the original estimate. By 2010, more than half the venues built for the event were underused, completely empty, or literally falling apart. At $50 billion, the Sochi Winter Games cost more than all previous Winter Olympics combined, paid for by a dwindling supply of Russian petrodollars and gold bullion. Boris Nemtsov documented that $21 billion went for embezzlement and kickbacks for businessman friends of Vladimir Putin. Nemtsov was later assassinated. Plagued by low ticket sales, partly due to the outbreak of the Zika virus, the Rio Games ended up costing $20 billion rather than the $13 billion backers claimed. And the showplace Maracana Stadium, which got a $500 million makeover, was largely abandoned soon after the Games and has had thousands of seats ripped out by vandals. The Beijing Games cost $42 billion, a record at the time, even though Amnesty International charged that the Chinese government used forced labor to build many of the venues. The IOC didn't mind the stratospheric costs or the crackdowns on dissent, though. It awarded Beijing the 2022 Winter Games. The mayor of Montreal declared that the Olympics can no more have a deficit than a man can have a baby. Unfortunately, it took Montreal 30 years to pay off its debt just for the main stadium built for the 1976 Games. If there's good news here, it's that cities seem to be wising up. Paris and Los Angeles were the only 2 cities to bid on the 2024 Olympics, and the IOC was so anxious that there wouldn't be enough applications for 2028 that it preemptively awarded them to LA. But just like with professional sports teams that extort tax dollars and subsidies for stadiums that never pay back their inflated costs, it's likely the Olympics will keep finding new suckers for one of the oldest scams in sports.